Hello everybody and welcome to What If Izuku Midoriya had a quirk that made him into a werewolf. Please leave a like if you want to see the series continue and subscribe if you aren't already. If you're new and haven't seen the previous two parts, there'll be a link in the description below and the annotation above. I suggest you do so to understand what's happening. The next day of school quickly arrives. The students go through their regular class routine, and after lunch in the class, All Might comes in saying, "I am here, coming through the door like a hero." The class is a bit surprised to see him. Kamen says, "Holy crap, it's All Might!" And Kirishima then says, "So he really is a teacher. This year's going to be awesome." And Tsuyu says, "Hey look, he's wearing his Silver Age costume." And they continue to mutter in the background. You can tell Midoriya is super excited that his hero is going to be his teacher, as his tail is whacking frantically from one side to another. All Might gets on the podium and says, "Welcome to the most important class at UA High. Think of it as Heroing 101. Here you will learn the basics of being a pro, and what it means to fight in the name of good. Let's get into it. Today's lesson will pull no punches." He holds up the cards that says battle. Boga gets really excited as he says, "Fight training," with a huge grin on his face. All Might then says, "But one of the keys of being a hero is looking good." The cases with the suits come out of the wall, and All Might continues speaking. "These were designed for you based on your quirk registration forms and requests you sent in before school started. Get yourself suited up and meet me at Training Ground Beta." A bit later at Training Ground Beta, All Might waits in front of the gate as the students start going through it, wearing their new hero costumes. The costume is given to him, in this version of events, the costume is given to him by his mother. It's pretty much the same version Midoriya wears in the main continuity, but without the cowl, and it has a small space for his tail to fit through. The cowl is missing because it would be kind of, his ears are sensitive and they would kind of be counterproductive to that. Yeah, the students come out of the gate. All Might goes into a bit of a rant about their hero uniforms. They say, "Clothes make the pros, young ladies and gentlemen, and behold, you are the proof. Take this to heart. From now on, you are all heroes in training." You're getting me all ramped up. You look so cool. Now shall we get started, you bunch of newbies? When Midoriya comes out of the tunnel, he is greeted by Uraka, who says, "Love your costume, Midoriya. Not too flashy, you know. I should have been more specific with what I wanted. This bodysuit skin tight. Not really my style." Mineta just says, "I love this school," with a thumbs up. All Might says, "Now that you are ready, it's time for combat training." Ida raises his hand and asks, "Sir, this is the fake seer from our entrance exam. Does that mean we will be conducting urban battles again?" All Might answers, "Not quite. I'm going to move you 2 steps ahead. Most of the villain fights you see on the news take place outside. However, statistically speaking, runnings with the most dastardly evildoers take place indoors. Think about it. Backroom deals, home invasions, secret underground layers. Truly intelligent villains stay hidden in the shadows. For this training exercise, you will be split into teams of good guys and bad guys and fight 2-on-2 indoor battles." Asui asks, "Isn't that a little advanced?" All Might responds, "The best training is what you get on the battlefield. But remember, you can't just punch a robot this time. You're dealing with actual people now." Yayorozu asks, "Sir, will you be the one deciding who wins?" Bakugo asks, "How much can we hurt the other team?" Uraka asks, "Do we need to worry about the losers getting expelled like yesterday?" Ida asks, "Will you be splitting us up by chance or by other criteria?" All Might says, "I wasn't finished talking." He then grabs the script and starts explaining the exercise. Same exercise as in the main continuity, so I'm kind of gonna skip that. Lots are drawn, and Midoriya and Uraka are the first heroes up against Bakugo and Ida, who are playing the villains. Before the exercise starts, All Might gives the villain group some advice and tells them that if things get out of hand, he will intervene, and then they can start going inside and have 5 minutes to prepare. As Bakugo enters the building, he says, "Good luck beating me, Wolfie." Inside the building, Bakugo and Ida go to the weapon. Ida, walking towards it, says, "Even as an exercise, it pains me to be aligned with criminal behavior." So this is the weapon. Fake, of course. Bakugo says, "Hey, Four Eyes, make sure the weapon's safe. Once the fight starts, I'm going after Izuku and the girl." Outside, Uraka asks, "Do you really think they expect us to memorize this building's floor plan? It's so big." You know, All Might's just as cool in person as he's on TV. I'm glad he isn't threatening us with some sort of punishment like Mr. Aizawa. Midoriya says, "Yeah, All Might's awesome!" His tail wagging frantically behind him, because he's got to see All Might again. But thinking about the exercise, and he continues speaking, "But thinking about the exercise, we should be on our guard. Bakugo is very talented with his quirk, and Ida probably is too. Bakugo can be obnoxious sometimes, but he is really amazing and talented. I'm going to give it my all, so I have to beat him." Uraka smiles and says, "So it's a fated battle between rivals." Midoriya blushes a bit and says, "Oh no, it's not like I'm trying to get you wrapped in my fight or anything." Uraka says, "Are you kidding me? We're a team, right? Let's win this!" And Midoriya nods. The exercise starts. Midoriya and Uraka start by getting in through a window. Once they are inside, they carefully make their way through the building, looking out for blind spots until they find the room with the weapon. Once they reach the door, they are met by a huge explosion that blows them both back. Midoriya is the one who took most of the explosion since Uraka was behind him, shredding his suit a bit. But he just shakes off the explosion. He helps Uraka up and asks, "Are you okay?" Uraka responds by pointing at Bakugo, who is coming in for an attack with a right hook, and says, "Look out!" Midoriya quickly reacts, going and grabbing Bakugo's arm, spinning him around and throwing Bakugo against the wall with a lot more strength than in the main version of the main continuity, because Midoriya's stronger, at least since he doesn't without the quirk. Midoriya then grabs the capture tape, and while Bakugo is down, because it kind of hurts a lot more, he puts the capture tape around Bakugo, taking him out of the fight. Midoriya turns to Uraka and asks, "About what we talked about, are you ready?" Uraka says yes. She touches Midoriya, making him float, and grabs him, throwing him towards the weapon. Ida just grabs the weapon and zooms away, saying, "You will never reach me like that, you heroes!" But is met by Uraka, who was in front of him. He manages to dodge her, and 5 minutes go by of both Midoriya and Uraka trying to pursue Ida as much as they can. Midoriya in the air because he's still floating, and Uraka on land, trying to get the weapon, but they eventually do, since they managed to corner Ida, not giving him any options. They managed to touch the weapon. Midoriya and Uraka win the exercise, and Midoriya gets the title of MVP for his strategizing, and yeah, for what he did in the plan, the part he played. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. It shows me that you want more of this series, and yeah. And if you aren't already, please consider subscribing, as that always helps. I'll leave any and all suggestions you may have in the comments, also feedback and whatnot. I always appreciate it. And until next time, have a nice day, everyone. Bye!